hair mask, curl defining cream, curl defining hairbrush, leave-in conditioner, hair gel, diffuser, hair mousse, hair oil. This curly hair routine needs to work. Hi, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is my first time trying out a curly hair routine. I just got a fresh cut. I blow dried my hair. My natural hair type is curly / wavy. I have a very confused curl pattern. Parts of my hair can be wavy, then they can be curly. It's really confusing, and all my life I have hated my hair. Like, I absolutely hate my natural hair, and that's because I never really knew how to take care of my hair. No one really taught me what to do with hair that has texture. So all my life, the only thing I ever wanted was to have sleek, straight hair. And then I saw a lot of Instagram reels and I put them on the screen. I was so inspired. I have tried curly hair routines in the past and I failed miserably. I remember trying out Cantu hair products back in 2020, and I still have the containers full to the brim with product because I absolutely hated the way those products worked on my hair. I never really realized at the time that Cantu hair products were not meant for me. Any product with shea butter in it or very heavy conditioning ingredients, really, they just don't work on my hair. So that was honestly the first and last time that I tried a curly hair routine and I gave up. So this was a little background story on what my hair's like, what my experience with curly hair products has been in the past. I made a list of the best selling curly hair products to use for this video because I really want this experiment to work, and I have a feeling that curly hair products have come a long way since 2020, and I want to give this video its best shot, and I figured that the way to make that possible would be to use the best selling curly hair products. In the next segment of the video, I'm just going to walk you through what I chose. So I started off this routine with a hair oil, and this is standard from Fable in Maine. This is the Fable in Maine Holy Roots hair oil. This gives you such a clean scalp. I wanted to start afresh without any build-up, a clean slate. So for shampoo, I went with the Pantene Pro V Volume Shampoo. This is not a curly hair approved shampoo by any means, but for this routine, I wanted to use a clarifying shampoo. Since I will be using a clarifying shampoo, it makes sense to use a deep conditioning hydrating mask. And obviously, I think the Gisou Honey Gloss Ceramide Therapy Hair Mask, I mean, it's been so popular lately. Everyone seems to love it. And guess what? It's actually really good. It's so nourishing and hydrating, and I think that's exactly what I'll need after a clarifying wash. Moving on to the next step, which is leave-in conditioner. I've chosen the Fable and Maine Maha Main Detangling Leave-in Conditioner for this routine. If you've seen curly hair routines on Instagram or anywhere online, you'll know that this leave-in conditioner is such a popular choice. I've been using this leave-in since I think a year now. It's so concentrated that one bottle has lasted me like an entire year. This is a fantastic leave-in conditioner, and I think this would make for the perfect leave-in for this routine. Moving on to the next step, which happens to be one of the most important, and that's curl cream. For that, I've chosen the Fenty Hair Homecurl Curl Defining Cream. I've seen this product like everywhere of late. Everyone sings such high praises of the Homecurl cream. First of all, I love the packaging. It's such a huge jar. I think this will last me an eternity. And this is the product. It smells like absolutely divine. It's very thick. Like a small amount will go a long way. But this cream is supposed to be like an all-in-one product, like a gel and a cream, but I'll be using this strictly as a curl cream. I don't know what to expect when it comes to hair mousse, which is the next step. I decided to choose a product that I saw popping up like everywhere. This is one product that I saw in almost every good curly hair routine, and that's from Function of Beauty. If you notice the dispenser, this product is more of a foam, which I like because normal aerosol dispensers, that type of mousse is just too heavy and crunchy for my hair. So I'm hoping that this will be lightweight and that'll give me a lot of volume. The last step in the routine is gel, and this was honestly the one product category that confused me the most. Gels have historically just not been my friends. They've always made my hair look awful and crunchy. So this time I've done my research. I looked at the routines that I liked the most, and most of them used the Ouidad Advanced Climate Control anti-frizz gel to be like light, medium hold, and everyone who uses this product, I mean, their hair just looks amazing. And another reason why I chose this gel is because it does not have glycerin, and it's supposed to be really good at fighting humidity, which is exactly what I need given the weather outside. So let's see if this gel ends up being any different from the ones that I've used in the past. I have two hair brushes to point out here. This one is from Solar Eclipse. It's a normal detangling brush. This is what I'll use for detangling my hair in between products, just to make sure that I don't have any knots and tangles. It's a beautiful brush, like really good quality, and I've been enjoying using this one so much. So this is the brush I'll use for detangling my hair. When it comes to brush styling my hair, of course I have to choose the Bouncecurl Define Edge Lift brush. And if you're into curly hair, there is no way that you've never seen this brush before, or at least a copy of this brush. It's so popular, and this brush is supposed to be great at defining curls and just giving you great curls overall. I'm so excited to use this brush, but I'm fully committed to this routine, and I've just taken it so seriously that I went ahead and got myself a diffuser. This is the Dyson Airwrap diffuser attachment, and it works perfectly well with my Dyson Airwrap that I bought in 2023. One of the biggest reasons why I've never really enjoyed air drying my hair, it takes so long to do that. Like, my hair takes ages to fully dry. So, at least because of this routine, I ended up getting myself a diffuser, like, finally. So let's see if this makes a difference. Like, I want lots of volume and for my hair to just dry out quickly. I'm back from the shower. My hair's completely wet, so I'll take a detangling brush and make sure that my hair has no tangles or knots. So step number one is leave-in conditioner. I'm not taking a lot because the mask on its own was very nourishing and moisturizing, and I don't want to weigh my hair down because I'll be using a lot of products. I'm focusing it mainly on the mids and ends, and whatever's left, I'll focus it on my roots. Now it's time for product number two, and that's the curl cream. This is a step that I always used to get wrong, applying too much curl cream with the wrong ingredients. And the Fenty curl cream is also supposed to be like super heavy. Once bitten, twice shy. I won't repeat the same mistake. I just take this much product, like that's all I need for 1/2 of my head. Work that through my palms. Just make sure products getting everywhere and not getting concentrated in like one spot. And I'll work on my mids and ends. Whatever's left, I'm taking it all the way to my roots. The amount of curl cream I've taken should be enough. Now it's time for the Bouncecurl brush. From whatever I've seen online, I'm supposed to take a small-ish section, I think this much, place the brush under this section and pull with some tension, shake, and that's it. I think maybe that did something. I'll keep repeating this process. This is supposed to help define my curls and help form clumps. It seems to be doing like something, so let's just keep going. And then I'll just scrunch. Okay, so this side does look more defined than this one, like already. We're on to step 3, and that's hair mousse. So I'll give it a good shake. Take about 4 to 5 pumps for my roots, like for the top of my head, and just work this through. Really just shake everything. And for each side of my head, I'll take somewhere around 3 pumps. I think that should be enough, because mousse is also supposed to offer like some hold, and I have a feeling that's what my hair and my curls need. So I'll just work the mousse into my hair. So like scrunch it in. Keep in mind, this is my first time doing this, so if I'm making any mistakes, just bear with me. I have a feeling that I've kind of messed up all that work that I did, so I'll go in with the Bouncecurl brush again. We're done with mousse and now it's time for gel, but I feel like my hair's starting to dry out a little, so I'll take a spray bottle, like a continuous spray bottle, and just wet my hair. I want my hair to be like sopping wet. So that's what I'm doing, spraying water in my hair till it's like dripping. Okay, so I think my hair is dripping wet at this point, this side. And now I'll take the gel and I think around this much, like this should be enough. I want to use like more gel instead of less. And I'm just pressing the gel into my hair, not really raking it through, just glazing it on. I'm going all the way up to my roots as well because I want minimum frizz. And I think gel is the most important stage and the stage that I always end up, just messing up. Then just scrunch. So that's the sound you're supposed to hear, that little squish. Perfect. That means I have enough water in my hair for the gel to really do its job. Because if my hair was dry and if my hair didn't have enough water, it wouldn't make the sound. This is a good sign. I've done the same thing on the other side. This is precisely the sound I want to hear, that squish, 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 squish. This will be my first time diffusing my hair, so I'm a little nervous, but I've done my research and the best way to diffuse your hair without creating frizz is something called hover diffusing. It literally means hovering the diffuser around your head, not allowing the diffuser to touch your hair, at least when it's wet. And I need to do that till I can feel a gel cast in my hair. Like, when you apply gel and it feels crunchy, that's the stage where I want to stop. And till that time, I've just got to keep hovering the diffuser around my head and not let the diffuser touch my hair. Also, I'm keeping the heat and fan settings at medium. I don't want to cause heat damage while diffusing, so I think this should be fine.
So I've started hover diffusing and I was actually really surprised that the airflow wasn't too intense. I was worried that the air would be too hot against my scalp, and since this is my first time diffusing my hair, I really didn't know what to expect. But this process, it takes a lot of time, like much longer than I'd expected.
So we're done with hover diffusing and I can feel like a little bit of a cast in my hair. It feels slightly crunchy and that's supposed to be a good thing. But now we need to upgrade and move on to the next step, which is pixie diffusing. Now what is pixie diffusing? All I'm supposed to do is take a section of hair, place it in the diffuser, place the diffuser on the top of my head and then turn the power on. So far the blow dryer has been off, no power. When the diffuser is on top of my head, that's when I'm supposed to turn on the power. Let this stay in place for somewhere around 10 to 15 seconds. Then turn off the power and bring my hair down. So I've taken a section of hair, placed it in the diffuser, placed the diffuser on top of my head, and now I'll turn on the power. It's been roughly around 10 to 15 seconds and I turned off the power and then let go of my hair.
The biggest takeaway for me from pixie diffusing was that I have a lot of patience, because this method requires like a lot of commitment, time, and well, patience. It's a virtue. And pixie diffusing, however, is the only method that will minimize frizz. And I was pleasantly surprised that the diffuser attachment felt good against my scalp because my roots had been wet for so long that I was starting to feel cold at this point. But I kept going and going and going, and I feel like because of pixie diffusing, my hair it wasn't getting blasted with air. Just hot air blasting out of a diffuser without any direction. So overall, I do think that pixie diffusing was the right choice.
So I'm done diffusing my hair and I put up a claw clip in the middle just to create some extra volume. The whole diffusing process was like an arm workout. It took me somewhere around an hour to get this done. Like it takes a long time. Like my hair normally, like usually it takes like hours to dry. With the diffuser that was like 1 hour, so that's good. But I'm not gonna lie, it is very tiring. I'm having such a hard time believing that this is my hair. Like, I can't believe it. But maybe the gel that I used is like a medium to very soft hold because I honestly can't feel that much of a crunch. Maybe I scrunched it out while diffusing my hair, but whatever it is, my hair feels so soft. Now, finally, it's time to scrunch out the crunch, and for that, I need a hair oil. This is the oil I have right here. So I'll take somewhere around a pump. I think that much should be enough. I flipped my hair to one side and I'm just glazing it on like really gently. I don't want to ruin my curls. Very softly. Same on the other side. And here we go, we start scrunching. This is supposed to help make my hair like even fluffier and not limp. This is also something that I never got right in my first like disastrous curly hair routine. Big voluminous hair. Look at that. I can't believe that this is my hair. The results are shocking. So there you go. This was my first time trying out a curly hair routine. I had so much fun filming this video. I'd be very grateful if you'd consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video. It goes a very long way in helping me with the YouTube algorithm. And as always, I will see you very soon in the next one.